Today is 7-7 portal energy. Does anybody know what that means?
Yay.
Well, 7 is a spiritual number, so double spiritual. Right?
Yeah. Well, here's something that I pulled from this book that I read. Well, it's a reference book, and it's what's the name of it? It's Double Digitology, the Teachings of Adironda. And I met Marilyn Harper in Mount Shasta when I first got connected with the mountain. And they had a Lemurian seminar there, and a whole bunch of people were talking. It was very cool. So she came up with this book that she channeled, and that was kind of cool. 7, so today's July 7th, is for those on a spiritual or inspirational path. It connects to the ascended masters, to beings of earth. It's about transcending information and radiating it beyond where the information is housed physically or emotionally. And the 7 is capable of overcoming all obstacles. And when you look at this 7, it's weird. Why is it even standing up? It should be falling over, but it's not. The 7 by itself is not really that grounded, but it's about expecting things to be different. I don't know about you, but I'm expecting things to be different. What else? It's about spiritual teachings, spiritual energies, trying to make things fit into a conscious physical world. That's a single 7. The double 7 realizes that that box that we're trying to fit everything into must be created to a different shape to accommodate mysticism, or at times like now, this double 7 gets to remove the limitations of the box altogether and accommodate the expanded energy of no thingness. Double 7 is all about the radiant energy that we are all connected with to expand where humans have been reaching towards the frequency of the higher realms of communication. And the double 7 is all about staying on the path. And I thought that is perfect for today, because we are really trying to reach, so many of us are being cracked open spiritually. And on my journey, it feels like it's just being blown wide open where we're going. And I know I'm not the only one with this. We are all being asked to step up and do whatever we do, but maybe in a bigger way. And I like that the way that this was phrased, that we need to take our box limitations and reimagine the box and open it up, because all of our insights, all of our spiritual tools that we're bringing into this earth school, they don't fit in the same old box anymore. So it's really, really getting to be expanded. So I thought it would be a good idea to drop into the lower world. And when we drop into the lower world, a lot of times we can meet a new power animal there. And so certainly there's no limitations to what we're going to do, where we're going to go. But the intention that I would like to set is to drop into the lower world and find a past life that is embodying all of the power that we are experiencing right now. If we've had past lives that told us we've been here before, we've done this before, then let's go meet one of those past lives that has no fear, no, he goes, we've done this, we know how to work this, it's going to be, we got this, it's good. Maybe it is a past seer or an oracle. Maybe it's an ascended master walking on the planet back then. Who knows? Who knows where this is going to be? And then I would like to visit a past life child that was told they can't be that, and that they have a different set of expectations, and they were taught to behave, they were taught to be in a box, they were not allowed to love enough, feel enough, be loud enough. And one of the things that I was getting was this week was that a lot of this stuff is associated with our chakras. So it's important to pay attention to our chakra energies and to make sure that they are free of clutter and distraction. So when we're dropping into the lower world, which is Earth, well, clearly that's the root chakra. If we go into the lower world through water, like a root of a major tree, well, that's the second chakra. And then if we go into the element of fire, I don't think we're going to go there, except maybe to let some things go that no longer serve us with that child. That is the third chakra, the solar plexus, and then the fourth chakra is air, and that is all about love. And so I think that those chakras, just and even more, but those particular chakras are really important to have in the back of your mind when we're dropping down into this journey. So this, again, this is going to be a journey into the lower world to find a past life that you just want to give gratitude for. Thanks for showing me the way that I'm starting to get right now. And then another part of that journey would be to meet up with a past life that is a little fearful of stepping out and doing what the first past life did and is doing. And those past lives affect this current life and affect your future life. So we can fix that little wounded child down there, then we're going to fix ourselves and our future self too. Okay? Any questions before we get going on this? It's good to see everybody. Thank you all for showing up. I was going to say hi to everybody, but I got flustered with Mercury retrograde, so I'll just say hi to everybody right now. Okay, so this is going to be using drum and rattle. We're going to open up sacred space. One of the things, too, that I heard when I was up in Mount Shasta was to take our time with this. A lot of times I find myself going, I need to go a little faster. I need to get some things out of the way faster, like not saying hello to each and every one of you. That's the thing that I'm talking about. So I'm going to slow down this opening up sacred space a little bit. And where we're going to go with this, and especially, where we're going to go with this is we want to pay attention to our breath. When we are in maybe the single seven where we're not balanced correctly and we could fall over, we may be in a fight or flight mode. And so when we control our breath, then we can get out of that fight or flight mode and we can just observe. And I think that that is so important. And on this journey, really, there's nothing to fix and there's nothing to do, to ask of. It's just to observe. And we'll see where that leads us in this journey. So as we open up, open up sacred space, I want us to focus on our breath work. Nice and slow breath. There's some people that will take a breath in for 3, hold for 3, exhale for 3, hold for 3. And some use different counts, but you just want to get it nice and slow. So as we're thinking of our slow, deliberate breaths, we want to call in our ancestors. We want to call in our power animals, our master teachers. We want to call in Jeshua, Mary, Saint Germain, any other master teachers you may have, Buddha, the angels, and all the forces of light to be with us on this journey. And as we imagine ourselves in this room, and we imagine ourselves in a circle, and imagine somebody with a sage pot going around the circle, saging us, bringing in our guides, bringing in our power animals, letting our departed loved ones step close. And we raise some Palo Santo to the east, and we call on the winds of the east, the breath work, the slow, deliberate breath work of the east. We call on Spirit Keeper of the East, Eagle. Fly with us. Show us how you rise above and soar on the currents. Show us how you see our path. And as Eagle circles around in a slow arc, we call on the winds of the south, the winds of jaguar, snake, and coyote, the place of the physical, We call on those energies for strength, for rebirth, for playfulness and cunning. And we feel delight in our quiet strength, in our releasing of things that no longer serve us. And we find ourselves breathing in the winds of the West. Great Bear, the cosmic whale, Shell Woman. And we call on the healing of Bear to heal ourselves, to heal our past lives, our future lives, the planet we are on, the water that Cosmic Whale is in. And imagine putting your head in the water with Cosmic Whale and listen to the sounds. And we feel a gentle tug from beautiful Shell Woman. And she leads us to the winds of the north, where there's White Buffalo Calf Woman, showing us how to hold the sacred pipe. It's not the pipe of the Lakota. It's a new pipe. New sacred tools. And we call on Mother Earth. We thank her for her beauty, for her giving, for her platform to express love, curiosity in this place of duality. And we feel the winds from the sky. And we thank our sky brothers and sisters. And our attention slowly comes back. We take a deep, slow breath. Take another deep, slow breath, and slowly we find ourselves in the familiar cloakroom. And we know what to do. We unzip our egos, take out our doubts and our fears, and we find a robe. It's going to take us to a past life, take us to the lower world. Pay attention to how the robe feels. What's it made out of? And above the robe, there is a box of earthly trinkets. Recognize some of these. Some of these are precious gems, crystals, rocks, pieces of bark, maybe a little talking stick. And you take a couple of trinkets and put them in your pocket. And you turn around and find yourself on this beautiful path of nature. And you call on your power animals and your guides. And off you go. walking down the path. You pay attention to all the things on the path. The hidden folk, dragonflies flying above, butterflies, all sorts of things flying in the sky, all sorts of things crawling on the ground. You start to blend with nature. And you come to this bridge over a creek. You cross the bridge, and in the distance, you see this huge tree. This is the tree of life. This is the world tree where everything is interconnected. And as you get closer, you see how huge the branches are, reaching up into the stars. And there's a guardian at the tree. As you walk up to the guardian, he smudges you with sage. And you notice an opening in the tree. And the guardian hands you a flame that you put in your palm of your hand. It doesn't burn. As you go into the world tree, that flame lights it up and shows the beauty inside the world tree. Is it made out of gold or crystals or glass? Or is it just wood that is shining radiant with life? And as your eyes get accustomed, you find a pathway that goes down. It's like a stair. What's it made out of? And as you descend, you realize that you are descending the taproot of the world tree. And you can see water going up and down. Nourishment going to the top leaves. Nourishment going back into Mother Earth. And there's a place where you can get into one of these streams. This water root. And there are elementals in this big tree. And they encourage you to take a ride in one of those water channels down into Mother Earth, down into the lower world. Off you go. Is it straight? Does it have twists and turns? What are your senses telling you? Now it's time, instinctively you know, to get out of the root water channel, and you find yourself on another piece of dry land in a beautiful place, overlooking a lake. And there is a wall with a sign on it. And as you approach this sign, it says the lower chakras: security, value, love, abundance. And you find a doorway, and it opens for you, and you're in another time. You could be in another planet. You walk down a path, and you find somebody that is your past life. You could just use our imagination. Who is this person? Just watch, just observe. They may perceive you as well, but they don't pay you any mind. What is this person that has love, abundance, security, happiness? What is this person doing? Follow them for a little bit as they go about their day. Subtly ask them to show you some of what they do that is their magic. Does this past life you meet anybody else? Are they in a crowd? A small gathering? How do they interact with the others? How do the others interact with the past you? notice now that this person gets up. Is it a male or a female? This person gets up, starts walking by his or herself, stops in a clearing, and turns to look right at you. Not quite sure what they are seeing. Is it a shadow? Or is it a knowing? Or do they see you? And that past life pulls something out of his pocket. In the palm of your hand, places it against your heart. She pulls it away and shows you what it is. And you in turn give them a gift. A little trinket. You place it on their heart. And that person walks away, and you watch them walk. You start back up the path, and you hear something behind a tree. It's a little child. He's homeless. He's hungry. He's fearful. And you reach into your pocket, and there's nothing that you can offer. Nothing that will satisfy the hunger, calm the fears. So you sit next to that child, and you just stay there. And as you're there, the guardian comes up to you with the smudge pot. She has a small fire. And into that fire, place fear, Replace hunger. Replace doubt. Replace constraint. You watch the flames. And as they slowly die down, the guardian picks up the smudge pot. Walks away. And you look at that child and you see a smile for the first time. And as you get up to leave, you give that child a hug. You feel it. You hope that they feel it too. And off you go, back up the path. Through the gate, over the bridge in the creek, and you see the big taproot. You're going to get up. There is stairs next to that big taproot. One step at a time. And it's easier than you thought. One step up, up, up. About halfway up, you stop to catch your breath. And you notice that young child that was so scared, so frightened, and hungry and alone. It's waiting for you, this landing, so to speak. He and she is smiling. And she sends you a thank you. What you did changed her trajectory. She disappears and is laughing with other friends as you continue your path up the stairs, up the tree, walking up the tree. You see the light. It's the smudge pot light. Did you leave it up at the top of the stairs? You come out, and there the guardian is, smiling, welcoming you back anytime you want to come back. You offer the guardian your last trinket. The guardian gives you something. You think to yourself, I am loaded with gifts. And back up as you go. Back up into the cloakroom, where you find your ego and your judgments separated. Ego is clean. You take off your robe, put on your ego. Clean, smells good. Take a deep breath, and you find yourself in your chair, slowly being aware of the 3D space. Take another deep breath. Feel your body in your chair. And you slowly come back. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. If you need to journal anything, do it now.